Now, as a commercial real estate guy, I spend a ton of time trying to figure out what is going to be the next trend, the next thing that's going to disrupt the markets. I spend a lot of time, I spend hours in research trying to figure this out. This article was definitely not something that I would have put on my list. Another pandemic? Maybe. Fed not raising or lowering rates? Maybe. Maybe we have a complete no more anybody coming to the office and we have all these office spaces that collapses. Maybe. I could get behind some of those thought processes. However, this one, I don't know if it's a slow news day or if they're onto something. They're looking at Ozempic right up here. Could be the next big curveball for commercial real estate. Now, what in the world does a diabetes and weight loss drug have to do with commercial real estate? The article is basically saying that by 2035, they're expecting 7 to 10% of the population to be on or have been on Ozempic or a similar product, which will change the way buyers buy goods. Now, the idea with Ozempic or some of these others is that it curbs your appetite. So maybe you could see smaller food orders. Maybe you could see smaller demands for other types of food or retail type goods. Fair enough. One of the things with Ozempic and other similar products is the fact that people generally start to work out. There is a condition called Ozempic butt, where basically you start losing muscle mass and you kind of flatten out because you're not necessarily doing the exercise, you're losing the weight just simply from not eating. So there could be a higher demand on retail, or excuse me, on healthcare facilities where you are going to be working out. We can see more and more gyms come around where traditional retail may not have been. Now, that all sounds like speculation, but there is actually some research showing that the trend currently actually could go somewhere. Walmart themselves had said, hey, we have noticed that food spending has gone down. The sugary items, which Ozempic is supposed to curb or not want you to eat, also does start to curb, and they're actually starting to see smaller and start to move towards smaller shelf space when it comes to some of the sugary items. This could mean that McDonald's may need to start working on a fast food healthy version. We may start seeing that more retailers where we may not have as much of the formal type retailers we've seen in the past, maybe the athleisure type stuff like Lululemon and Nike may become the staple for most of what's going on if we're going to be working out, we're going to be doing a whole lot more inside our community because of a simple drug. Ultimately, the idea is that this drug is going to alter our buying patterns, which is going to have an impact in commercial real estate. Now, that's not crazy to think that something altering our buying patterns are going to have an impact in commercial real estate. The drug that is designed for weight loss is not the drug I thought would be the one that would actually turn around and change the way things were going. My thoughts was going to be medical marijuana. That would have been what really changed the way things were going because, hey, that looks like it's getting legalized across the country, not the diet drug or diabetes drug would have been the one that actually changes. Let me know. Do you think this is a slow news day? Do you think this is actually some sound arguments? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be interested to see how this one goes.